come to you from one of the truly iconic stadiums in the NFL as you get a look at Lambeau Field here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the Minnesota Vikings and the Green Bay Packers. 3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. Taken at the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Lance going to put it up right away. And incomplete to open things up. These two teams, you may remember, they met in Minnesota earlier in the year with the Vikings coming out victorious. So a victory here in Lambeau would give them a sweep of the season series. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Throwing now is Lance. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. To throw, it's Lance. Quick hitter here is complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Play action, now it's Lance. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he goes out right around the 39. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Nine yards the pickup there, and it's a first down. Lance looking to throw it. And that's dropped underneath to Nwangu. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. On 2nd down, here's Nwangu. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
Open man, he's got Jefferson across the formation. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. They fake the handoff. Now Lance. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. On play action, Lance. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. A great play there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Vikings have taken the early lead on the road here at Lambeau. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Here we go. They'll come out throwing here on first down. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set them back on second. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. They'll look to throw here. This one swung out here to Jones. And some space here. And he steps out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35. A big play there on the catch and run. 54 yards. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. From the shotgun to give to Jones. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose one or two. The Packers at 4-8 now on the year. They come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
2nd and 11. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Danielle Hunter in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Looking to throw. Finds his man. It's John Mechie. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
Patterson's kick is good. And they on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they, if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They are guarding against the upset.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Okay, ready?
The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop. Lance now to throw. And that will be incomplete.
We've got ourselves a ball game, and those guys on defense, they came to play. Slipped up on their first series, but they're definitely settling in now and letting it be known the points won't come so easy again.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. Johnson goes in motion left. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run it, try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
They're going to run this with a tight end. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
10 seconds.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he whips that one incomplete there.
Really good coverage all over the field. It took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
Little strike. Blaster, 6.
Let's get that touch.
Go. Swing down.
On 3rd down, here's Jones. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the 1st, right around the 15. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. Riley Patterson now on for the field goal. This just 32 yards officially from the right hash. Patterson's kick is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw a bit closer here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hole. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Lance going to try and throw on 3rd down here. And he's got his big wide receiver complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. On 1st down, Lance. He'll find Nwangu underneath. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Now a quick throw into the hands of Jefferson. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down. Give left side here for Nwangu. Oh, able to avoid him. And some room to maneuver. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Off of play action, here's Lance. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he will be out of bounds with a first down as they will have a first and goal on the other side of the 2-minute warning.
Let's go.
Lance going to throw. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
Mark, it's been this negative as he just got back to the line of scrimmage. But when you really analyze it, he took away a big play for the defense, made it another desperate run because he avoided a sack and didn't lose yardage.
And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now from back at the 5, this is third and goal. Another run now for Nwangu. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense as they stop it prior to what will be an important fourth down.
Let's go now.
Lance and company going on fourth down. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. From 3 yards out. And the Vikings' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is up to 8. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. Charles, he lost a fumble last week as well. So now back-to-back weeks, maybe you expect that from your tailback, but not him.
You're exactly right, because you work a lot with your running backs about how they have to protect the ball in traffic. But downfield, in open space, that's dangerous as well, because you may make someone miss, and their flailing hand can knock the ball away if you don't tuck it away.
Following the fumble recovery, Lance. And it'll be intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the Packers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And with just under a minute to go, they might try to think about mounting a drive here if they can and get in the end zone. Could potentially tie this game up. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Drops it to Jones in the flat. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. They'll drop to throw. On left side by Mechie. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Here we go.
Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. They're going to look to throw. Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. He'll look to throw. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up 2nd. So we hit halftime with our visitors, the Vikings, taking the lead to the locker room. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the 3rd quarter. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. But Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
Here's Jones again on second down. And yet again, he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Great job by this Vikings defense. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's third down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
A third down now. Those last two plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. He'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
This will be fielded at the 17. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Throwing on first down is Lance. And this is caught inside the 5. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Now Lance. That'll be complete to the running back, Nwangu. Touchdown! Kene Nwangu. A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Vikings have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
2nd and 5. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Andrew Booth picks it off. And the Vikings will take over possession here up at the 44.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. And the slot man goes in motion left. Lance now on 1st down. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. 53 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? The ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that'll bring up a second down in just a couple.
Ready.
And he's brought down. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains. They'll look to run with Nwangu, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Kene Nwangu, his 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. From the 10. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
2nd and 15. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He has been nearly impossible to throw on all year long. If it was me, I'd say he could go ahead and book that trip to the NFL Awards Show in February. He's going to be Defensive Player of the Year, I think. What do you think?
I would agree with you, and the reason why, because he takes the ball away, because he gets to the football.
Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This one fielded at the 5. And he's only going to get this to the 4-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. He fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down. Now that ground game just continues to struggle to really get any momentum in this ball game, Charles. And I mean, you're at the point here, 3rd quarter, down 4 scores, probably going to have to put it in the air.
Oh, no question about it. So that's your only chance, your only opportunity. But think of the pressure you just put on your offensive line, because if you're a pass rusher, you're not even thinking about them running the football. All you're doing is getting into that sprinter stance and going after the quarterback.
Again, it's Jones. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. On now is the Packers punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he's able to get it out of there. Taking on the midfield logo. kick there, but 15 yards on the return. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position. 1st and 10. Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. Brought down on the play by the linebacker, Christian Harris.
Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter. I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Yeah, maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. 64 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
The running game continues to be a big part of their success here early in the 4th quarter. And with those types of runs, that tells you they feel very confident in their running game. They feel very strong at this stage of the contest, and they want to keep doing exactly what we saw there, running the ball down their throat.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need,
and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. Here's Lance to throw it. And this is going to be incomplete. A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
Gay's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the 1st quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
After the made field goal, Gay back out there to kick it off. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. Another carry, same story. 4th quarter, and he is in red numbers right now with a running game.
Hard to believe because you figure at some point you break off a run. But in this case, what we're seeing is just pure domination by the defense. I think it started with the scouting report. They got into what they were doing offensively, into their mindset, and now they're beating them to the punch on every snap.
Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And he gets in. Well, no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Ready.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. Facing a big fourth-quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go with the heavy cliche then, partner. Just control what you can control right now, and all they can control.
And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off by Lewis Seen, and the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures.
Oh, Lance has it knocked free. The ball is loose.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
He'll buy some time right. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18.
Okay, right?
Counter play. Here's Chandler. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. They'll check that down to Nwangu out of the backfield. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. Gay is on for the point after. Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but third down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Oh, it's tipped, but he still makes the adjustment. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely.
Here we go.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, they don't need to score here, that's for sure. They could just kneel it. They've got the huge lead late fourth quarter, but we'll see how they're feeling, Charles.
Yeah, we all know people out there who like to use every second of the clock, no matter what the score. And we know they don't need the points. They've scored in abundance already. Let's find out how they want to finish this ball game.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. They'll go right back to Nwangu. Oh, and that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. Well, fans usually love to see scoring.